You feel the love, Noah? Oh, he's blushing. Does this happen everywhere you go?
No.
No.
I'm not used to this.
No, well, you know, we loving on you. Look at them. They happy to look you upside your head. And I know you're incredible in the pit, and we're going to get to that. But I heard you turned down the spirit tunnel. Tell me the story.
Is that what you call it?
Yes, we call it the spirit tunnel.
Well, it would have triggered a bigger breakdown than I had on the show 2 weeks ago if I had done
Really?
that. I'll tell you a little story. The year is 1984, Louis Posen's bar mitzvah. I fancied myself a breakdancer. I went out and I heard Herbie Hancock's Rocket playing in front of all my classmates, and I attempted the worm, and I got into some kind of inverted position, and it all collapsed on me. And then I tried to stick it, and I didn't stick it, and ever since then, I've just opted out of the public dance. And,
okay.
And when I've watched your show, I watch people come down that hallway, I would have come down like this, no, and nobody needs to see you.
Oh, fair enough.
Thanks
fair
for letting
enough.
me off.
We're not gonna push it.
Appreciate it. Maybe if I come back, I could baby step it.
Only if you're comfortable. We're just happy to have you here. Now, you just reunited with your cast of ER, going to see George Clooney on Broadway?
I was in New York. I saw George and Anthony and Juliana.
What was that like?
It was amazing. We haven't been in the same room for over a decade easily.
Yeah.
And we were all there to support George, who made his Broadway debut playing Edward R. Murrow in Good Night and Good Luck, and he was tremendous. But even better was just being back in each other's company. It was really cool.
Nice. I love that for you guys. Well, welcome back, because y'all shot here on...
Yeah, this...
right here.
Hallowed ground.
Wow.
ER was filmed on stage 11.
Stage 11?
Yeah, but this was 2 and 3 was where the operating room floors were. So this is where Eric LaSalle did all of his surgeries, right where you are sitting. Right?
Oh, my goodness. That is amazing. Wow. Okay, look, it's hard for me to process that with the Jennifer Hudson Show being here now, but it's good to have you here. What do you remember from that time?
Oh, I remember everything. That was a really heady time. You know, that was the most impactful job I've ever had until this one. And it's amazing that they're on the same lot.
Yeah.
I'm playing the same character, you know, in a way. I'm playing an emergency room doctor. And
you're so great at
great
it.
Impact. Yeah, thank you.
You're great at it. You're loved in that way because the pit is just taking off. You guys are getting ready to go into season 2?
We are back to work writing season 2. Our production office is just about 100 feet away. I just walked over from being in the writing room this morning, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So y'all on the roll with that. Tell me, why is it so important to shoot films and movies in L.A.?
Glad you asked. Well, I'm an Angelino. I was born here. My father was born here. My grandmother was born here.
Aww.
And I've seen the city go through some hard times in my life, but I've never seen it go through as hard of a time as it's been going through the last few years. We have lost 17,000 jobs in the entertainment industry between 2021 and 2023.
Wow.
All the work left. And those are middle-class family union jobs that support not just industry workers, but it has a multiplying effect that affects the whole economy in Los Angeles. So the Stay in LA campaign is an awareness campaign to try and get the state legislature to lift the tax credit and to get streamers and studios to allocate a little bit more of their production budget to keeping work here in the city and employing LA artisans and craftsmen.
Thank you for saying that. It's much needed. Whew, that is so true. Now, getting back to ER, is it true that you guys used to, like, bike ride and race on the night during lunch?
Yeah, George bought us all bicycles for Christmas, the first
fun.
Christmas. And we used to, on our lunch hours, go, those are the bikes right there. That's on the western back lot that isn't there anymore. They tore that down, but we used to go, Eric and Tony and George and I would race those bikes through the empty lagoon and through the western streets on our lunch hours.
Who won the most races?
George.
Uh-oh,
George
okay.
was pretty good on that bike, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
next
more
time
of
you
a,
come,
you know.
if you don't do the Spirit Tunnel, we at least have to race on bikes.
Deal? Deal.
Okay?
Deal.
Because I love a good bike ride, okay? All right.
I'm embarrassed that I didn't do the tunnel. I want to do the tunnel next time now.
We just want you to celebrate yourself. We just want to celebrate you. It's all about how you choose to experience the spirit tunnel.
Thank you.
And you said, well, you know, you chose not to, but we're going to bike ride next time.
You're right.
Now, let's talk about this. The Pitt. The Pitt. Congratulations. Do you see the love for the Pitt? Like,
It's crazy.
wow, you're so modest. He's like, it's crazy.
Well, it is.
But it's so loved, and your work is so loved, and you play like an outstanding doctor.
He's a good guy. He's going through a hard time like a lot of practitioners are out there. And this was a show that was intended to put a spotlight back on this community that has been working tirelessly since 2020 during the pandemic without a break. And they need a little bit of love and compassion from us. They are ignoring their own broken pieces to put ours back together again every day. And so we wanted a show that honored them again, showed what heroes they are, and said, you know, we need to support them a little better than we do.
Love that. Thank you for saying that. And is there anything you can tell us about the upcoming season?
The only thing I can tell you is, because our executive producer let this detail slip the other day, is that we are going to be picking the storyline up about 10 months in the future, probably centered around July 4th weekend.
Oh, okay. Thank you for at least sharing that much with us.
A little bit of a tidbit, yeah.
Love that so much. Now, I don't want to get you blushing again, but the internet be crushing on you. Yes. Yeah. Look at him. He's like, yeah. Right, ladies? Like, do you ever get used to that kind of attention? I guess not. Yeah, no? Have you ever seen, like, the fans' tweets about you from the show?
No. My son and my daughter occasionally will send me some, but I haven't seen much, no.
We got a few right here. Thank you for setting unrealistic expectations about how hot my male doctor would be in my life. Love you. How does that make you feel? Look at him. He is blushing, y'all. That's enough.
Very flattering.
He says
Super flattering.
What is your family, like your kids? Do they think you're cool?
No, my kids don't think I'm cool. I'm a dad. No kids.
They say you ain't got no business being that sexy. You see that? He's blushing. Okay, I love this. You and your co-stars from the Pitt went to visit the Children's Hospital in LA recently. Y'all gotta see it. We have a clip.
I ask you to sign my, this is my,
Holy smokes, are you kidding me?
this is my board certificate.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This means more than coming from the actual board.
I've never seen her cry.
In 30 years, I've never seen her cry.
If you only knew, I watched that show and I was so inspired every time. I was like, I'm going to ER, I'm going to do this.
That is amazing. Now, knowing these doctors are here in the audience, Dr. Brett and Dr. Janet, come on down. Wow. Thank you for what you do, first of all. Can you tell me what type of doctors are you guys?
So I'm an emergency medicine physician at Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
Nice.
And I also am a disaster physician.
Oh, okay. And you, Dr. John?
I am also an emergency medicine physician at Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
Wow.
A little bit older than Brad.
What is it like for you guys to actually meet Noah?
Oh, my God, don't ask him that.
So it meant a real lot to me, and I meant the words I said when you were at the hospital. Growing up, ER was a very influential show for me and influenced some of my some of my decision to go into medicine. And I got a little word that the cast would be coming to the hospital, and I wasn't sure if they were going to actually come through the active part of the ER, because that often scares tours away sometimes. But the whole cast, they came through the ER, and I was like, what can I get him to sign if I have the opportunity?
Aw.
And I was like, my board certificate. So
That is amazing. Wow, and what about you, Dr. Janet?
Well, mine was not quite planned. I didn't get the memo or the heads up the day before. So one of the nurses grabbed me and said, Janet, you have to come here. And the minute I saw Noah Wyle, I just got emotional.
Wow.
So when I started my career as a young physician when ER came out. And I remember coming home from a hard shift and watching ER, like we taped it back then, and you know, always loving the show. And then I think the moment I saw him, I'm retiring in a couple of weeks, and I thought, oh my God, my career is ending with Noah Wyle. And I just lost it. Thank you.
How does that make you feel hearing them say that, Noah?
Hearing it makes me feel old. Really. It makes me feel really old. That I could be responsible for the going in and still there after they've left. No, it's incredibly impactful to know that the work I've done has had any impact in this field at all. But I can't say enough how heroic and amazing these physicians are, the work that they do, not just at Children's, but all across the country. Trust your doctors. They know what they're talking about. Listen to your doctors. They're really smart.
Yes.
Thank you.
Would you guys say the Pitt is a representation of what y'all day-to-day is like?
Absolutely. So I can't watch medical TV dramas because they're just completely unrealistic. They make for good entertainment, but from the medical side, it makes no sense. So the Pitt, I think, is the complete opposite. It pulls us in. We see through the characters all the people we work with and we relate to. And it's not just a focus on the doctors or the nurses, but the whole staff. So the unit assistants, the social workers, everyone's involved, and we see ourselves in all of the cast members. So it means something pretty special to us.
That means the doctors are watching.